I am now going to work on these center blocks. There's 2 of those, and this is clue 3 on the Under the Sea Puzzle Mystery Quilt for cotton cuts. And one thing to note, we already went through and figured out what the fabrics are, and then we already did this. So because I already figured out and labeled these, I can just look at the letter on these and it will help me. And then before, or when I'm done sewing, I then am going to need to label the blocks. So like this one right here has a 3A in it. That's backwards, but a 3A. So I will pin a 3A to it so that when I go and lay the quilt out later, I will be able to know, oh, those are my 3A blocks. I can just grab them and easily lay it out, and it will be less of a mystery when I'm laying the whole quilt out. Okay, so now I'm going to lay out these blocks. And like I mentioned in the previous video, I'm going to lay out all of the blocks to make sure I have all of the fabric that I need and that I haven't made an error in putting the wrong letter in the wrong spot. So that's what I'm going to do now with the second block. So I have my pieces right up here on my Sew Steady table for my machine, and I'm going to just grab those as I see them. So it looks like we're going to start with A and the rectangle on A. And I'm going to do right sides up, like I told you in the last video, and double stack because I'm making 2 of the same block. Because this one is vertical, you're not going to be able to see it all. Unfortunately, my camera stand doesn't go much past here, so hopefully I will show you at the end. Hopefully you'll be able to get the gist of it. Okay, so that one is going horizontally on here, and then we are going to take 2 A triangles, and this fabric can be pretty tricky because you can see the print, but that's actually the back side, so there's the front. So that's why it's nice to turn everything right side up. Okay, that's going to go right next to the rectangle. And then we need 2 of the B to finish off. You'll be able to see more of the block as I come down. And next we have F and then A again. So I'm just going to bring A down here because there is more A. We will do F right here. And I always like to double check and make sure that I have the right corner and angle with these triangles, because I have gotten it wrong before and had to unpick. So lovely. Okay, we have these A triangles next to the F, and then I'm going to do an A square, 2 of those. I'm going to float them on top of each other a little bit so I can fit the bottom one here, just so you can see it a little bit better. And then there are 2 more. I'm actually going to come up a little bit more. There are 2 more coming here at this angle of the A. I think I'm done with that now. So I will put that back up there. 2 more F's, which are this green fabric. And a lot of these fabrics are not directional, which is very helpful. And then we finish with another A square. And we'll put that there. So these would be stretched out. This block is a lot longer than and bigger than the other two blocks in this clue. Okay, now I'm just going to take squares from C and squares from D and fill in this area. So let's start with C first, since we're layering like this. Totally wanted to change the mark on that. So that is C and that is D. And we are going to go every other one. I might use up all of these squares right here as it is. And then the next one, we're going to start with D because it's kind of like a checkered set of squares. We will set the next C blocks in, the next D, and there we go. Now I can move this up on the table to make sure I have enough stuff left over up here of the other pieces for this last set of blocks. So I will show you all of the blocks laid out when I'm done.